So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We're going to talk about Declan Rice again. Might as well name the channel Declan Rice TV because it seems like I speak about this guy pretty much every day. But again, hot links to Declan Rice. But not only that, Paqueta as well. And West Ham are doomed as it stands at the moment, sat 18th in the table. Before we get into talking about both of them and the likelihood of it happening, make sure you are smashing the like button. That would help. Make sure you are subbed as well. Very, very close as I record this to 77,500. So thank you very much. And not only that, do go and sub to the second channel. Check out the latest video about Paratici. Fabio Paratici's global football ban has put Tottenham even further into the mud than they already were. They are literally not 6 foot under, they're 6 million foot under the mud. In the mud. So make sure you go and check that out. Big up to everybody who donates to the channel as well. You can do that by hitting the thanks option. I do appreciate that. I will reply to you in time as well. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, man, Declan Rice and Paqueta both lined up for summer moves to Arsenal. Now, listen, this is kind of mad because if you look at it, Declan Rice is going to leave. Like, I think we all know that Declan Rice is going to leave. I still don't believe he's coming to Arsenal. I've said that a million times. I'm not going to keep repeating and repeating it every single time I speak. But Paqueta is a very good footballer. So let's do it. We'll come back to Rice in a minute. But Paqueta is a very good footballer. And I do think he'll be leaving as well, regardless of whether West Ham stay up. I think he is, with all due respect to West Ham, I think he is too good to play for West Ham. For where they are, the squad they've got, he is quite clearly one of their better players. If they get relegated, that completely changes everything, in my opinion. If they stay up, I think they're still going to lose Rice. I still think they'll probably lose Paqueta, but it'd be more likely to keep hold of one of them if they stay up. But if they get relegated, you're going to see an ensemble. That's a good word, isn't it? An ensemble of players leaving. It'd be like the fire drill. Everyone's running. Get me out of here. I'm a footballer. Get me back to the Premier League. Like, it's mad. And the thing is, listen, their form this season has been shocking. Yeah, but whenever I've watched West Ham, Rice and Paqueta, and normally they're better players. Then most times, 9 out of 10 times, it's one of them, if not both of them, are having a very good game or a decent game. And it's just the rest of them. They can't defend. They don't score many goals. But I mean, this season, I think they've only scored 24 goals. Yeah, I'm looking now. 24 goals. That is actually mad. That is really, really poor when you actually look at that. Having said that, Chelsea have only scored 5. But they concede too many goals and they don't score enough goals. They've only won 6 games all season, 6 draws, 14 losses, and only had 1 win in the last 5. They're pretty doomed, West Ham. I can't lie. The only thing that's keeping them going at the moment is that Conference League, where they're doing very, very well in that. Their next game is Sunday. They've got West Ham at home to Southampton. So that is a massive game for them. They do have a game in hand as well, which if they did win that game in hand, would take them out of the bottom 3, obviously, and it would push them up to where are we at? Yeah, push them up to about 14th. And that is how tight it is down the bottom. Literally, anyone from Palace downwards who is at 12th, anyone from Palace down could get relegated. And this is why this is massive for me, because if West Ham go and get relegated, yeah, Jared Bowen will be leaving, Paqueta will be leaving, Rice will be leaving. Have they got any other players that you would take at Arsenal? I don't know. Jared Bowen's not a bad player, but is he Arsenal quality? I don't know. He had a great season last season. This season, he's kind of disappeared, isn't he? One season wonder. Whereas you can't really say that with Paqueta, in my opinion. I think he's got so much star quality that I think that he won't just be a 1 or 2 season wonder. I think he'll get better and better and better. And I do think that big clubs will be looking at him. Yeah, the top 6 teams will definitely be looking at him because for me, he's very good on the ball. Yeah, he's quite strong and he's a right age as well. He's only 25 years old. He's going to be 26 end of August. So you could put him on a 5-year contract and you get 5 good years. Put him around better players, he'd get better as well. Yeah, he can score goals here and there. Yeah, he's not a bad player. I quite like him. I think he's decent. And listen, it's a deal that wouldn't necessarily cost that much money either. Like, there's no fees being reported on these stories, but he's not a bad player, and he can play all three of them positions in the midfield, DM, CM, and AM. So yeah, mainly attacking midfield. But listen, he has only bagged 2 goals for West Ham this season, 2 assists in the league. But again, he hasn't played all the games. He's only played 18 games, and he ain't completed all of them. So yeah, for me, I'd go and sign him. I think we need a bit of competition for Martin Odegaard, because as good as Martin Odegaard's been this season, we're going to be in the Champions League next season. We're going to have to rotate players a little bit more next season. I don't want us throwing cup competitions in the bin like we did this season. So we're going to need reinforcements. And listen, Fabio Vieira ain't the guy. He ain't good enough. So why not bin Fabio off in the summer and go and get Paqueta? Declan Rice, for me, I'd take him in a heartbeat, but I don't think he's coming. I don't know what it is with this deal, but it seems too good to be true. He's given his word. We want him. We're tracking him. We're in talks. It's like he's rejected Man City. He's rejecting Madrid. I mean, it all sounds great on the internet, doesn't it? Oh, he's rejected Madrid. He's told Pep he ain't coming. He believes in the process. He wants Champions League football. All sounds great, doesn't it? But for me, that's just all chat. With the Paqueta one, yes, whilst it's still in the infant stages of this and it still is all chat, I think there's more chance that we get Paqueta than we do Declan Rice. Because I think Paqueta is less likely to be wanted by Man City. It's less likely to be wanted by Chelsea. I'd see him maybe wanted by Liverpool. They need some midfielders. And again, he won't be that expensive. I'd say in the region of about 45 million. I think you could get that done. And Tottenham, another one, they need midfielders. So I don't know. I think that's something that we should be looking at, and it's something that we could get done. And let's not forget as well, he is Brazilian. And we know that Edu's Brazilian. He loves a Brazilian. Maybe he's got a Brazilian. I don't know. That's none of my business. But he is Brazilian, and we have got a lot of Portuguese-speaking players at our football club. And like I said, he would get game time at Arsenal, in my opinion. I think he's a top player. And like I said, it all probably hinges on West Ham staying up or going down. But at the same time, I don't see us getting both. It's either one or the other. Now, I do think we'll go out and spend some money. I don't think that's an issue. I just don't see us going and getting Declan Rice and Paqueta. It'll be one or the other, and then we'll look at another target instead of Rice or instead of Paqueta. But for me, Paqueta's the easiest one to get done because it'll be a lot cheaper. He'll jump at the chance of playing for Arsenal. We wouldn't right now. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on all of that. There is other news floating around. Arsenal prioritising the move for Brighton midfielder Caicedo. Again, we're going to hear Caicedo and Rice stories go on and on and on and on, and we'll probably sign neither. We're linked to a hipsters player at the minute called Rasmus Højlund. I don't even know how you pronounce that name. Apparently 35 million quid for the Danish forward. He's got a funky name. He's a big lad. I'm looking at his picture now. He's a big, strong lad. But again, another one. He's got a hipster's name. He plays for a hipster's team, and yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man. We're also in for Lavia as well. I did a video on that the other day. But one thing I'll say about Declan Rice is he has rejected contract offers and contract extensions from West Ham. So listen, he is gonna be leaving, but I don't know where he's going, and I just don't see it being Arsenal. But let me know your thoughts on that. Leave it in the comment section down below. I'll be back again tomorrow with Saeed. We'll be doing a live on here at 1 p.m. UK time. I'm also going to be back with some more transfer news and on the second channel as well. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that. Make sure you are subbing to the second channel. Let's boost that channel up. But let me know whether you think we'll get Rice and Paqueta, or whether it's one or the other, or whether we'll get none. All these transfer stories, they're all great in theory, aren't they? But actually getting them done is something completely different. And listen, some of these stories are just thrown out to get the players a new deal. In this case, I don't think that is what's happening. I don't see why they would want new deals. Rice has already rejected one, and Paqueta is probably sitting there thinking, yeah, stepping stone to another club, bit bigger. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I'm out of here. I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to go and sit on the beach and have a wonderful afternoon. Adios. Ciao.